In the past year, the Free Store Food Bank has provided over 12 million pounds of food to those in need. What does the future hold? Hello, I'm Kathy Laren. On this edition of Focus, a look at the impact of the Free Store Food Bank on our community. The nonprofit agency is the largest emergency food provider in the tri-state, serving a 20-county region in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Where does the donated food come from? How is it distributed? And where is the biggest need? Also, how do little rubber ducks help them in their mission? Our guest today, Kurt Reiber, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Free Store Food Bank. And Bob Edwards, Rubber Duck Regatta Chair. Thank you both for being with us today.
Kathy, it's our pleasure to be here.
Thanks, Kathy.
How many years has the Free Store Food Bank been in existence?
We've been in existence since 1971, so 42 years. Wow. And it's grown from just one man's dream, Frank Gerson, who basically came to us, or he worked for the city. He was one of the folks that worked in the, incinerator area, and he found a lot of things that people were throwing out that were still good. Mm-hmm. So he saved those and put those in his apartment, and then started giving those away, and finding, as he calls them, repurposing. He was the first recycler, as Frank says it.
Yeah.
And the word repurposing, obviously, got to start right there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, a lot of us know what a free store is, but what exactly is a food bank?
Well, a food bank, we are one of 205 food banks in the country, part of the Feeding America network. And what we do is we provide really the wholesale distribution of food to food pantries and soup kitchens around the tri-state. And that's what happens throughout the country. We just happen to cover 20 counties in 3 states. We have 8 counties in southern Ohio, 9 counties in northern Kentucky, and 3 counties in eastern Indiana, where we have 275 food pantries that we support. We provide food to them, and they get it out to the customers, our neighbors in need.
Where does the food come from?
Well, the food comes from all over. It comes from canned food drives, comes from our purchasing power and buying, getting donations in and going out and buying food. We also partners with Kroger, Procter & Gamble, a lot of the retailers of food that are out there that are providing us food through a retail pickup, as well as a reclamation program. So there's a whole host of ways that we get, a good portion of our food. Some of our food also comes through the USDA, U.S. Department of Agriculture, and also through the Ohio Farm Bureau. The farmers in Ohio are able to provide food to us because the legislature, in their great wisdom, quite honestly, has allocated about $15 million to the 12 food banks that are part of the Feeding America network to help us buy produce and protein from the Ohio farmers.
There's been such an emphasis on providing healthy, affordable, nutritious food these days. Is that pretty much what you're saying?
Yeah, what we're doing really, Kathy, is we're trying to shift from the old paradigm, which was really 95% of all the food that we distributed were canned goods and boxed goods, to where now we're doing about 60% is canned goods and boxed goods. The other 40% is fresh produce. In fact, last year was our 2nd year of operation for our giving fields in Melbourne, Kentucky, and we were able to harvest 175,000 pounds of fresh produce out of that 6.5 acres.
What are the giving fields?
The giving fields is a small parcel of land in Melbourne, Kentucky, right on the Ohio River, where we have volunteers that go there and support us. We've planted it with all kinds of crops. We've done broccoli, we have green beans, we have peppers, we have potatoes, we have carrots, we have lettuce and tomatoes. So it's basically what you would see in your favorite produce aisle in Kroger. That's what we have out there, and our Cooks program helps because they provide us with some recipes that shows people how to, for example, how do you prepare eggplant? A lot of people didn't know how to do eggplant, so now we can't keep it on the shelf. People see what they can do with it, and really, it's really taken off for us.
I've seen statistics that 30% of children in Cincinnati and northern Kentucky live in poverty. Something like 30,000 children are at risk of being hungry. What are you seeing in terms of the numbers growing or decreasing over recent years?
Well, since 2006, it has increased over 40% year over year in terms of overall demand. As you mentioned, the food that we've distributed over the past several years has just continued to rise. 4 years ago, we distributed 7.5 million meals. 3 years ago, we distributed 15 million meals. A year ago, we distributed 16 and a quarter, and last year, we distributed 18 million meals. And that's really just meeting a third of the need. We have 300,000 food insecure individuals in the 20 counties that we're serving. 100,000 of those are kids. So just imagine filling up Paul Brown Stadium twice with kids. That's how many kids that don't know where their next meal is coming from. Cincinnati ranks third in childhood poverty, behind Detroit and Cleveland. And quite honestly, that's not the top 5 that I want to be in.
How do you explain that?
Well, I think it's a combination of the rural counties that we're serving, the diverse population. It's also the economy. I mean, the economy has really hit everybody hard. I think a few weeks ago there was talk about 75% of all the households in the tri-state area are living paycheck to paycheck. And that's really what we're seeing. What we're seeing is that folks come into our food room on Liberty Street, where our Customer Connection Center is, and they're coming through probably 4 to 5 times a year. And they're coming in on an emergency basis. Their child got sick, the car broke down, the utility bills were out of sight. So what happens is that they spent the money they would have spent on food on those items, so they ended up coming to our food pantry to get food in order to sustain them through the rest of the month.
I have seen a lot of statistics and a lot of people saying, you know, it all begins with the smallest of donations. And of course, now we're seeing a lot of advertisement. A giant duck saying, buy a duck, feed a child. What is that all about? How does that help?
That really helps with so many of the food insecure kids in particular, but in the food bank in general. Back when you were asking what is a food bank, the free store I look at as being the retailer. That's our pantry, and the food bank, the wholesaler to all of these 275 member agencies. So that this crazy little thing that we started 19 years ago helps feed people throughout the 20 counties. That's how we do it.
How does the money go to help feed these people?
Fortunately, the sponsors that we've gathered pay all the expenses, so every dollar that we raise goes directly to the food bank to purchase food or help us distribute food. Transportation is a big deal. Warehousing is another one. And what we're doing is we're helping the Free Store Food Bank carry out its mission.
Now, I'm sure there are very few people who have not had the opportunity to see what happens once a year when you drop all these little ducks into the Ohio River. Talk to us a little bit about that process.
Wait till you see this year.
Tell us about it.
Well, last year we dropped 145,000 ducks. This year we hope to drop 200,000. But we've got a couple real surprises coming in this year.
Hints?
So,
Little hint.
Well, if you watch the ducks after they're deployed, you know, they're in the boom, watch what happens there. You know, every once in a while, there are sharks that swim around and eat ducks.
In the Ohio River.
In the Ohio River.
Okay, then.
Maybe these are...
I was going to say. I've never seen any, but that's okay. I'll take your word for it. I will.
You will.
There will be sharks
I promise
this
you.
year.
Yes.
Okay, so some of those ducks may not make it to the finish line.
Maybe 1 or 2, yeah.
Oh,
Maybe the
my.
winner won't make it to the finish line.
How much fun is that for you? I mean, it does a lot of good, but I mean, that's got to be a fun process
But it's
for you.
it's really a rallying, cry for all of our supporters out there, all of our volunteers. Quite honestly, once the ducks drop, we start thinking about next year. How can we make it bigger? How can we make it better? And this is something that our board gets involved with, our donors, our staff. We have a challenge opportunity within all of our staff members at the Free Store to say who can sell the most ducks. And it's just a fun event because it's really, you talked about it very well. You look at the smallest donation and what sort of a ripple effect does that have throughout our entire organization. When you think that $25 allows us to buy enough food for a family of 4 for a week, that's what these little guys do for us.
That's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
And something else you touched on is the importance of volunteers
Yes.
in your mission, whether it's for this one event or for what you do 24 hours a day,
Kathy,
every month of the year.
we can't do this without volunteers. Last year we had 9,500 volunteers that provided 65,000 hours of volunteer service. That's like I'd have to hire another 30 employees. And what's really important is that, you know, a lot of folks right now want to figure out, you know, what's going on with my dollars, where am I putting it into as far as a charitable organization, and they want to volunteer to see that their dollars are getting the right investment. And I think, you know, what people see when they work with us at the Free Store Food Bank is that 94% out of all the resources that we get in go directly to client services.
That's
a
really
lot.
good. That's very good. The rubber duck is 100%, but that's part of the total Free Store Food Bank's deployment of funds. When you're looking at the children that are food insecure, and Kurt mentioned 100,000 kids that really don't know where their next meal is coming from in the 20 counties that we serve. That's what we're aiming at, and because we think that people like you and all of your viewing public like to help kids, like to make sure that the kids have their next meal. And that's the reason that we sell these crazy little things. But you ask about volunteers. We have over 500 volunteers on the steering committee and that we deploy with this. Just think, we have to tag them. We have to get them into the river. We have to get them out of the river. We have to wash them, and we have to ship them on to the next place. So it takes a lot of volunteers.
I've got to ask, Bob, how many are you going to drop this year?
200,000.
How many do you expect to fish out of the river? Because you know some of them got to swim
Well,
away. They might.
you know, come on.
That's got to be a job to round them all up, though.
Well, we do drop them into a boom, and then we pull that boom downriver. But the first year that we did this, we didn't have the boom, and we did lose quite a few. Okay.
But they ended up down at Louisville or downriver.
They got a destination.
That's right.
Yeah. And people asked me, they thought that their duck would win, and I said that we're still looking for their duck.
What's the idea behind the sunglasses on the ducks?
Just to make them distinct and different, so that you know that this is not just any duck. This is the Free Store Food Bank's Rubber Duck Regatta.
When you talk about the effects of hunger, I mean, there's one you think of as just being hungry, but there are a number of impacts that it has on a child, on a family. Talk to us about those.
Well, we talk about a child first and foremost by saying a hungry child can't learn and an uneducated adult can't earn. So the bottom line there is that we're really focused on trying to get food to kids. We're partnered right now with Cincinnati Children's Hospital in our KIND program, Keeping Infants Nourished and Developing, where we provide formula based on what the doctors are trying to do for mothers that have infants from 0 to 12 months. We also partner with 92 different schools to distribute power packs. Now that's a weekend feeding program where we provide a bag of food, nutritious food, to the kids that are food insecure. They may be going home to an empty cupboard. With the power pack, they're going home and they have kid-friendly food that they can prepare themselves. Don't have to have an adult present. It's 3 or 4 entrees that they'll take with them. They'll have a couple of cereals, some milk that doesn't have to be refrigerated, and all of it's very easy to be prepared and eaten. And that's because what we found is that there were a lot of kids that were going home and all they had was some snack food maybe or water, and they came back just famished to school. So that's one of our feeding programs. The other feeding program that we have for kids is our Kids Cafe. Now that's where the Free Store Food Bank really, I think, excels, because we collaborate with a lot of other nonprofits out there, such as Boys and Girls Club, the Salvation Army, Urban League, where they will provide after-school programs for the kids. And they will in turn keep the kids after school from 2:30 to say 4:30 in the afternoon. Then we bring in food in our Kids Cafe, and that food is prepared by our cooks in our Cooks program. So the students in our Cooks program, who many of them were in that situation with the kids before where they weren't getting enough to eat, so they understand completely what it means to be hungry. So our students come in, prepare 1,200 meals a day, distribute those to 24 sites, and then we make sure that the kids go home, homework's done, and a full stomach.
You touched on the Cincinnati Cooks program. This is an actual educational process that you take individuals through to get them into the food industry.
Yeah, it's a 10-week program. That's our first course. We have a second course, and obviously by design those were set up so that we had a 10-week program that teaches basic culinary skills. 90% of all of our students that graduate from that program have jobs within 60 days of graduation and maintain those jobs 12 months out. We've also found that there were some students that had additional barriers to entry, just difficulty finding a job, so they needed to get a little bit more training. So we brought in another program called the Second Course Program, which teaches fine dining and line cooking, and that's an 8-week program. So those two programs combined, when the students have gotten done with those two programs, they can get a job just about any place in this city. In fact, we've had several of our students hired by all the new restaurants that have been opened up in the banks. We've had 15 hired by the casino already for their restaurants over there. And these students come out with stackable credentials. They come out with a Serve Safe certification, and every restaurant in town has to have at least one individual with that certification at on every shift. So we feel that we really bring a value-added proposition to our students, but they're the ones that are really making the difference. Quite honestly, they're our best ambassadors. When you look at it right away, they're coming in and they're saying, they've many times said, we've changed your lives. I said, no, we've given you the opportunity. You're the one that has changed your life. You're the ones that have taken advantage of that opportunity.
Can you both share with us some of the stories that you've heard that have really moved you?
Well, you should come to one of the graduations from the Cooks, and you better bring a box of Kleenex with you. When you hear their life story and the opportunity that this gave them to accomplish something, and they're so proud, and they really are going out into the world with credentials, and they know that they've accomplished it, and they're going to show the world that too.
And then on the other hand, there was a mother that came to our food room on Liberty Street, and she had 3 kids. She was unemployed at the time, and she had just had a new little one, so they, and she was being met with the doctors at our KIND program through the pediatric clinic at Children's. The baby wasn't thriving, so they were trying to figure out what the problem was, whether or not it was a medical issue or what. And what they found was that the mother, although she was breastfeeding, all she was eating was oatmeal, and the other 2 children at home were eating hamburger helper without the hamburger. So what we were able to do through the KIND program was able to get that mother some formula so the baby was getting nourished, and we also got her connected with one of our food pantries so that she was able to get enough food to support not only herself but all 3 of her kids on a going forward basis. And right now she has stabilized her situation and is moving forward. That's what we like to see. We like to basically give the customers that we're seeing the opportunity to make a difference in their own lives, really moving themselves towards self-sufficiency.
We have seen and felt so many cuts from Washington. Where does the Free Store Food Bank sit as we sit here today and as we move forward into 2013 and 2014?
Well, the House recently passed the Farm Bill. And that Farm Bill, quite honestly, it was the first time in its existence that we've ever separated out the nutritional elements from the farm policy. And what I mean by that is there are 15 different programs, feeding programs, nutrition programs that are funded through the USDA's Farm Bill. And those 15 programs cost roughly $114 billion. Now that's a lot of money, but it's also helping feed 101 million Americans. So when you factor that in, the net cost of that program to an average taxpayer is roughly $1,300. That's for a full year. I don't know about you, but I spend a little bit more than $1,300 for food during the year. So what we're trying to look at is we're trying to say, these individuals, they're our neighbors. When you go to a food pantry that's in your neighborhood, you're going to see some of your neighbors that are living next door to you, going to the same church, going to the same school. These aren't faceless, nameless individuals that are out there. They're our neighbors that we're trying to help. And I think once the Congress goes on recess and they get back into their communities, I think the American public is going to tell them to say, listen, we're a caring community, and we want to make sure that we're taking care of the people that are less fortunate. So I think there'll be a conference committee, pulled together on that farm bill that will reinstate some of the changes they want to make as far as their nutrition programs. And I'm not saying that there's not some inefficiencies that are in those programs. And when you have 15 programs being administered by one big bureaucracy, there's some inefficiencies that are there. But we can't decide, can't try to balance the budget on the backs of our neighbors in need. And that's what we're trying to get the message across to our elected officials.
If somebody is in need of assistance, how do they go about getting through the process?
Ideally, they can come down to our Liberty Street location, which is our Customer Connection Center. We try to get them through, talk to them, basically ask them what brought you here and how can we keep you from having to come back. We really talk about food, connection, and hope. That's really how we make the connection. People come in and ask for food, but we connect them with somebody or make a referral out to another agency that allows them to get them stabilized. They can also go to a freestorefoodbank.org, because a lot of times the customers that we're seeing have transportation issues. And if they can't get downtown, we have 275 partners, our community partners, that really help us get the food out to those that are in need. And they can go to one that's in their neighborhood. 85% of all of the food pantries that we support are faith-based. So, it's in the basement of a synagogue, basement of a church. Wherever you find that, that's where they can go and get some support, because we're out there 24/7, 365, making a difference.
I was at St. William's, which is a parochial, on the west side, on West 8th Street, one day just 2 weeks ago. And one of the people that came in there for help was a young man with a family, and his car had broken down. Just exactly what you were talking about. Not only did he need some food, but he really needed toiletries for his family, and he needed to be able to get to work.
Right.
So St. William's, with the food bank helping St. William's, was helping serve their client base. I mean, it's connection. That's the connection and the hope that we're giving to that young man and his family.
Kurt, how do you measure success?
One family at a time.
Yeah.
I keep on thinking back to, there's a story about a man walking along a beach throwing starfish back into the ocean. And one guy comes up and says, well, you're not really making an impact here. Look at all the starfish that are out there. And he says, no, but I made a difference for that one. And that's what we really get to, is that it's as a $5 donation can make a difference, in what we're doing as far as how we're, getting food and getting resources. One, volunteer can make a difference, and one family, just moving them towards self-reliance and self-sufficiency really makes an impact.
And finally, what makes a good volunteer?
A good volunteer is someone that's passionate, a raving fan, someone that can bring different kinds of resources. We have a lady right now from Procter & Gamble that is volunteering in our HR department, and she's doing staff development training for all of our managers. That would cost us several thousands of dollars to hire that kind of an individual. We're getting it for free on her time, on her off days, but all 20 of our managers are taking advantage of that. It's little things like that. We have one little girl, Elizabeth, she continues to use her allowance money to go out and buy food. And yesterday she dropped off 275 pounds of canned goods to our Liberty Street location.
That's really what it's all
I mean,
about.
Peter Drucker, the management guru, okay, a roaring advocate is a good volunteer. You've got to be a roaring advocate.
Kurt, Bob, thank you so much for your time today. I greatly appreciate it.
Kathy, thank you for letting us be here.
Thanks.
For more information about the Free Store Food Bank, you may visit their website at freestorefoodbank.org. You may also call them at 482-FOOD. To watch this and the other Focus episodes again on demand, you can do so at our website, CETconnect.org/focus. Thank you for watching. I'm Kathy Laird. We'll see you next time right here on Focus.
Tell us what you think about the programs we air, or let us know if you would like to see a particular topic on Focus. There are several ways you can contact us. You can send your comments by email to focus@CETconnect.org. You can call us at 513-345-6522. Or you can write to us at Focus, care of Andrew Dahman, 1223 Central Parkway, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45214. Any use or rebroadcast of this copyrighted program or portions thereof is prohibited without the expressed written approval of CET.